Across the globe, there are places which aspire to provide the most exclusive of holiday experiences. Luxurious.
What I am doing is the best you can get in the moment.
Adventurous.
Oh my God, lions! Oh my goodness!
And sometimes quirky.
He is one of the most famous guests, and he has a fan club. He has an Instagram of over 10,000 followers.
But what challenges do these hotels face, and how do they strive to be a top destination?
Anybody could have bricks and mortar in the right location, but in order to stay relevant, I do think it's important to innovate.
With exclusive access, we go behind the scenes.
All right, now let me take you to one of our specialty suites.
Following the staff who work around the clock.
Guys, we need to be fast, yeah? The guest is waiting.
To deliver to their guests whatever it takes to impress.
When you go from one room to the other, you go into another piece of art.
Notice the view is like no other in the world.
All our guests love fantasy and happiness.
We take care of every guest and make them feel like kings.
From Asia to Arizona, Kenya to the Caribbean, Dubai to India. Step behind the scenes of some of the world's most incredible hotels. This time, we're in Italy, said to be the birthplace of Western civilization. This country is a popular destination throughout the world, thanks to its ancient history and architecture, chic fashion scene, and delicious regional food. It's also home to 2 incredible hotels, which hope to embody the very best of their own regional history and culture, set against some of the country's most iconic and stunning backdrops. Together, they combine a host of high-end facilities, which include a 3 Michelin-starred restaurant and a one-of-a-kind thermal spa. How do they give their guests an unforgettable experience? With almost 3,000 years of history and culture on display, Rome is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world. And in the hills, overlooking the city, only 2 miles from the Vatican, is a hotel whose guests expect nothing less than perfection.
The Rome Cavalieri is an oasis. It's a luxury city resort. You can enjoy presidential suites, which have all the trappings that make it an incredibly comfortable stay, that make this really unforgettable experience to be here.
What we and the Rome Cavalieri doing is to try to give to our customers a life experience.
You have to focus about the guest profile, the needs that he will have. As long as we have passion, we can realize all the dream of the guest.
First opened in 1963 by legendary hotelier Conrad Hilton, this hotel was designed to cater to the glitz and glamour of the Hollywood film industry, who'd chosen Rome as its favourite movie location. With its 370 luxurious bedrooms, set within 15 acres of magnificent parkland, it's now the Eternal City's largest 5-star hotel. But what does it take to make each room reach that high standard? Executive housekeeper Edwige Francis looks after the prestigious 8th floor.
We are going just to rush a little bit because we have a very, very important guest who is arriving. So I would like to check all the details. I want to double check if my team made a great job and to see that everything is perfect.
The imperial floors, they are very executive floors where the guests they enjoy an extra facilities which are a concentration of suites that are very unique.
Edwige heads up to the penthouse, where her team are busy making sure it lives up to its reputation as the hotel's most exclusive accommodation. Apart from its 200 square meters of sumptuous interiors, which feature Karl Lagerfeld furniture, artwork by Andy Warhol, and Swarovski crystal taps, guests who pay the £10,000 a night to stay in the penthouse also expect impeccable attention to detail.
Okay, so let's see the last details, if everything is fine. Snacks, very nice. I know that the guests love those flowers, so I hope they will be very, very happy. Okay. Very comfortable. I would love to sleep, but I don't have time. They're arriving.
Edwige and her team work hard before a guest arrives to make sure the room is what they expect, even when they have special requests.
So we had this famous violinist. She came, so she had requested lots of things. So completely silence, no housekeeping service, no minibar service. The temperature of the rooms needs to be with a certain degree. We really need to respect those types of requests.
If you don't have this passion for people and in the sense customers and also team members, it can be very challenging to perform as the level that is requested.
Okay, so these are the linen that we do have just for the penthouse suite. It's special cotton and silk. Then we have the embroidery of the initials. We do this on the pillowcases, and then we'll do it also on the bathrobe and on the linen that we put on the top. Please, Sonia, check your final details. Are you happy with the bed?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
You think it's perfect?
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect?
Yeah.
Okay.
The hotel isn't just a place to sleep and relax. It's also home to La Pergola, Rome's only 3 Michelin-starred restaurant, under the command of internationally celebrated head chef Heinz Beck.
If you look at the hotel sort of like a layered cake, and if you were to pick, I guess, a cherry on top, it would probably be Heinz, obviously, in La Pergola. There's something about, dining with Heinz, sort of experiencing his plates and his artistry, and of course enjoying, I think, the most incredible view of Rome at your feet.
You see, creating a dish, the first step is the imagination. Then I start to work, and then the taste has to be balanced, to give you emotions. Then I will go into the nutrition part to look how can I act to make it more easy to digest and more healthy. And in the end, I will look that it looks beautiful as well. People coming to my restaurant, they want to have sensation, they want to dining in a perfect way, and they will get emotions. But in this, what I am doing is the best you can get in the moment.
Anyone wanting to dine at La Pergola often has to go on a waiting list that can be 3 months long. For those willing to wait, this restaurant aims to deliver a Mediterranean food experience, which combines the best quality, unique ingredients, and a special attention to detail. Heinz has given exclusive access to his kitchen to witness his creativity at work.
And in Italy, we are very known about buffalo mozzarella, but I will do another dish. I don't make a mozzarella dish. I have here an affumicated buffalo ricotta, then a slightly grilled buffalo, very few seconds. It's between a carpaccio and the grilled, tasty, flavored meat. We are not using salt because we are using a type of soya, but the soya we're doing in Italy, and it's done with pea chicks. I wanted to become a painter, and for me, the artistic part is very important, but not important as the health part, because a dish has to be very, very nice, very, very good, giving emotion, but on top on this, the most important, to be easy to digest. After the tomato, we put iced bonbons of ricotta, very beautifully. So now is ready our fantastic Mediterranean dish.
Over 300 kilometres to the north of Rome is another classic Italian hotel, nestled in rolling Tuscan countryside between the cities of Florence, Pisa and Lucca. The Grotto Gusti embraces its local culture and traditions. Guests here are often looking to swap the buzz of the city for a much slower pace of life. Barbara Guidi is the marketing manager.
I do the most beautiful job in the world. From my window, I hear the birds singing. I have wood in front of me, trees. So when I'm having the Skype calls with people all over the world in crazy cities, whatever, they hear these wonderful sounds and they say, "Where are you? Are you on holiday?" No, actually, I'm in my office.
The hotel dates back to the 19th century, when it was originally built as the country residence of local aristocrats, the Gusti family. The hotel today has many original features from this period, with beautifully frescoed walls, antique furniture, and classical paintings. There are 58 typically Italian double bedrooms and 6 suites, which have each been beautifully converted in keeping with its heritage, even down to the ensuite bathrooms, which have been clad in locally sourced precious white marble. On the surface, the Tuscan villa hopes to present old-world charm. But below ground, this hotel hides an amazing surprise that attracts guests from around the world.
I think the most incredible thing in Grotto Gusti and what it makes the difference with the others is our thermal cave, our grotto.
The grotto, natural grotto, is a wonder of the world. No? You know, it's natural. This is a thermal lake inside. As impossible to reproduce artificially. It's something unique. It's a unique experience to stay there.
The grotto may be ancient, but it's a relatively new discovery, only uncovered in 1849 by the then owners, the Gusti family.
They didn't know they had this fantastic jewel under their house. The Gusti owned a limestone quarry, and during when the laborers removed a big stone, they found this, the entrance to the cave, and they couldn't imagine what was waiting for them down, because when they went down, they found stalactites and stalagmites hanging from the walls, rising from ground, and mainly they found a little pond of fantastic crystal clear water and heat coming from this water.
Divided into 3 areas, aptly named Heaven, purgatory and hell, guests who venture inside the grotto can use the 33-degree health-enhancing benefits of its therapeutic steam and pools to gently unwind. The hot vapours have become a popular destination for spa lovers looking for a natural thermal spa experience. Nazareno Freda has held the role of cave keeper for 2 decades, and today he's giving a tour.
Gli do questo saio, eh? Okay. Allora si può cambiare, può togliere anche il costume, dopodiché il suo accappatoio lo metteremo in questo calorifero.
Guests, when arrive to the cave, they wear a specific uniform, spa uniform. So it's a bit strange for them to go in this tunic. It's not like a robe that you wear in a regular spa. So they feel a bit embarrassed. What's happening here? And he welcomes them. He gives to them all the towels, the warm ones, and he literally takes them down to the grotto. He knows every rock. He knows every single hidden corner because he's been working here for many years, and he's really aware of the jewel he has to responsibility for, because this is Mother Nature's gift.
The underground grotto also hosts many of the hotel's spa experiences.
We can organize other activities in the cave, such as thermal yoga, that is the new treatment that we have introduced.
And stay the Trikonasana position. 6, inhale up. Exhale, turn to the left and flex your spine, your left hand on your left leg. Look at your right hand. 6 long breaths.
Above ground, the grotto's thermal properties are also behind the hotel's other facilities, which include its naturally heated swimming pools. Every morning, it's up to the hotel's resident expert on thermal therapy, Dr. Nicola Fortunati, to ensure the miracle water is kept at its best.
Tutto bene? Tutto a posto? Tutto a posto. You know, for the Italian, for the Mediterranean culture, is in our root the thermal therapy, the thermal institute from the Roman, Etruscan, and for us it's so easy, and so normal, so usual to take care of our health by thermal water. First of all, thermal water effect is anti-inflammatory effect. It's very powerful, and in this period there is the scientific evidence. All the scientific international community agree that a lot of disease in our century, in Western country, comes from inflammation. We can use this water for a specific problem, for a chronic disease, for lung, for example, or for eye respiratory way, or for skin, or joints problem, arthritis. Gift of the God, if you believe.
Back in Rome, the gods are one of the main attractions, with ancient sites being a huge draw for every visitor. So, to give their guests an unforgettable experience, the hotel staff have created a driving tour, which takes in the city's most popular tourist sites.
There are those who are more nostalgic. You know, they've seen Roman Holiday, they've seen Dolce Vita, so they're looking for something more vintage. This really, again, ties everything to the culture of the city, and it's an extra experience that we like to offer our guests.
Down in reception, Austria-born head concierge Markus Dobritzofer is getting ready for a practice run of his newest tour. One which pays homage both to Rome and the Cavalieri's long historical connection with Hollywood.
One of my favorite experiences for sure is the Dolce Vita experience, together with the 500 old-time Italian car. We will bring you around in the city, and together with a paparazzo photographer, we will take some hidden pictures of some of really very scenic locations in Rome.
Since he started at the hotel in 1998, Marcus has gained an intimate knowledge of the city, perfect for planning the best routes through the notoriously chaotic traffic and introducing guests to its rich history and vibrant culture.
Big city like Rome, you'll never finish to discover. It's always something new to explore, to re-explore, to study again. The old Roman-style cuisine restaurants you can find here. A very, very romantic place with a lot of tiny restaurants, tiny streets, very lively in the evening, a lot of young people around. And it's part of the middle-aged city center. It's very, very lively, especially on the weekends. It's like being a bit a film star of the 60s.
With its small frame and classic Italian looks, the Fiat 500 is perfect for transporting guests in style through the capital's busy streets, giving them a fully immersive experience of the rich history and culture of this ancient metropolis. But between sightseeing, it's the Italian food that keeps tourists returning year on year. And every week, the hotel hosts a very popular Sunday brunch.
One of the things that's very important in Italian culture is family time. And that all comes together at our Sunday brunch. I think why it's one of the most, if not the most appreciated brunch in Rome.
This popular event opens its doors to non-guests too, whatever their age.
We have the kids club, the IT club, which is also open, so the parents can enjoy the brunch while the little ones are also enjoying their time.
In Italy, each region is defined as much by its food as its history. Executive chef Fabio Buscero and his team like to include a variety of culinary offerings from every part of the country.
Our brunch is like a marketplace. We can meet in each corner a live station. So we have here, for example, we have the corner with the roasted or baked fish and meat.
And no Italian meal would be complete without fresh pasta.
See this? This we do here. See? This is a tagliolini chef with cacio e pepe today. Today is cacio e pepe. So this is a traditional Roman recipe. This is a chianina beef. It's a typical meat from Tuscany.
Apart from these popular Italian dishes, Sunday brunch features cuisine from all around the globe.
Here we have sushi and sashimi. It's a Japanese station, live. Here we have the greens, the garden, the farro.
Newest member of the team, executive pastry chef Dario Nutti, has specially created some sensational cakes for any diners with a sweet tooth.
And these are our desserts for the brunch. So, this is our profiterole with zabayon. And then we have a tarte aux fruits. We have tarte au chocolat. We have a chocolate mousse inside and 2-3 kinds of chocolate. This is our berry. This is our New York cheesecake with merengue. And this is pistachio and mango mousse.
The hotel hopes that diners who visit the restaurant for the brunch will get a taste for what its chefs can do in the kitchen and will return for another meal soon.
The focus is to offer quality food and variety of the menu. Everybody will be happy in the end of the day because you can find what you want.
For those who want to just sit back and relax after a busy day, the hotel offers many other facilities to its guests.
As a real luxury city resort, we have a very large range of facilities, like the largest spa in Italy for an hotel with 25,000 square feet area.
Our spa is quite an incredible space. We have 3 outdoor pools, 1 indoor pool. We have a Roman bath with a sauna, and we have lots of treatment rooms and a state-of-the-art fitness center, which is also something that a lot of the locals use.
Up on the hotel's executive 8th floor, with their guest due to arrive at any moment, the final preparations are being made to the penthouse by housekeeper Edwige Francis and her team. The £10,000 price tag comes with its own private rooftop terrace, complete with spectacular views and jacuzzi.
So now I'm demonstrating the terrace with, I think, the most beautiful view of Rome from this part of the hotel. Every time we prepare this suite, you know that it's for someone who is going to pay a lot of money, and you want to give all your passion, and you want to give all the perfection that you can give, because you know that if you choose this type of room, this means that you want everything perfect. Buongiorno, Andrea. Good morning. How are you? Fine, thanks. Okay, the sun is perfect, the fruits, the cocktail, and let's have it. We have bubbles here, but you are missing bubble, and now the guest is arriving right now. So 5 minutes. Andrea, please open the bottle. Okay. Thank you.
Deep in the Tuscan countryside, the Grotto Gusti offers its guests a very different experience. With health-giving waters on tap, the in-house therapists have found a way to bring them into the hotel's massage rooms. Here, spa manager Claudia Benvenuti and her team have developed a selection of special skin treatments to pamper hotel residents.
We have our guests coming here very stressed because of the work and because the normal life. It's our mission to get them relaxed. We have different treatments, but probably the most sold are the facial with mud. So it's unique in the world because we have only here this kind of mud. We left the clay in the thermal water for several months. Then we use it for different therapies, such as the thermal mud at 47 degrees, that is very good for muscular pains.
While on their own, the health benefits of the unique thermal spa and grotto might just be for the body, they also play an important role as part of the hotel's very own Equilibrium wellness program.
Wellness considered as a global well-being, a balance with really between body, mind and soul. So this is what they can do here. We train people to learn how to eat well, how to have movement, exercise in a nice way, and how to manage their stress.
The main target is people that won't spend here at least 1 week, because 1 week is the average period where we can offer them something serious, something coherent, and something that people can feel at the end of the stay, at the end of the vacation. They can feel something is changed in their life.
food at the hotel is not only about sourcing local ingredients to create dishes that reflect the cuisine of the region, it also provides the levels of nutrition demanded by guests on their bespoke wellness program.
The 4 pillars we have identified for well-being are nutrition, exercise, physical exercise, anti-stress techniques or stress management, as we want to call it. These are very, let's say, simple elements, very simple, very basic, very common, but so difficult to, to stick to.
Nutrition is the most important tool that we have to maintain a perfect health state. And nutrition, in our case, our diet program is based on the Mediterranean diet.
The key to cooking delicious and healthy Mediterranean food is to use good quality olive oil. And head chef Guido Lotti has what he considers the best, sourced from the hotel's own olive orchard.
Ciao Antonio, come va? Tutto bene.
Every year, the hotel's olive groves produce thousands of litres of top-quality oil. And as an important ingredient in his food, Guido regularly inspects the latest crop.
Come va queste olive? Ma quest'anno diciamo che vanno benissimo, non c'è attacco di mosca, sono sane e sono un po' piccole dovute alla siccità, però si stanno riprendendo. Ma allora quando me lo dai l'olio? Tra qualche settimana procederemo alla frangitura. Bene, bene, non vedo l'ora che così almeno parto subito con i nuovi menù, la nuova carta, i nuovi piatti. Perfetto. Bene.
In Rome, although the Cavaliere is in the middle of a bustling city, its impact on the environment around it is very important to the team. With a busy kitchen and 2 restaurants, leftovers are a particular concern.
So, food waste for us is a priority. I don't think that there really are any options about it anymore. It's a major concern. Hospitality and catering in general. And one of the things that we found is we have a local nonprofit called Equivento. And they first came to us several years ago and they asked us to collaborate.
This afternoon, charity president Giulia Proietta is here with her team to collect leftovers from today's lunch service and get them to Rome residents who need them most.
I think this hotel is changing its business mind. It's understanding that the more they are involved with the community, the more also their reputation is going to be better. So I really like that they are experiencing with us other projects and their openness. And it was amazing because thanks to them we also got a lot of exposure, and this allowed us to replicate the model with other businesses that might be smaller but still important.
One of these smaller businesses the hotel has chosen to work with is a charity called Recuperale, based nearby at the Val di Penna brewery.
We take the bread that is left over at the end of the day, and instead of that being also thrown out, it gets actually brought to a local brewery, which also employs part-time some of the prisoners who are on a work release program to brew beer with the bread, and then we buy it back and sell it in our outlets.
In Tuscany, the Grotto Gusti's highly trained staff pride themselves on tailoring their food for each individual guest as part of the wellness program.
Our philosophy is that we give attention to nutrition, but we train people to eat well.
In the garden, nutritionist Laura Betterini is using her 17 years of experience as she instructs her latest client on how to eat well.
This is an example of your menu that you follow this week. And so your dish is a spelt. Spelt is a typical cereal of Tuscany, a very important antioxidant, similar to omega-3, that is important for the cells of nervous system.
What we try, first of all, is, and mainly, is a change of mind. To a click in your brain which says to you, okay, from now I start a new way of taking care of myself.
Armed with Laura's expert advice and some of the finest ingredients from Tuscany, it's up to head chef Guido and his team in the hotel's kitchens to deliver the individual nutritional requirements of each guest, while making sure every dish reflects the delicious flavors that make this region of Italy famous.
Bene, qua in Toscana abbiamo dei bellissimi prodotti, abbiamo in questa stagione degli ottimi porcini, poi abbiamo dalle verdure si continua con dei pomodorini tricolore, sono pomodorini ciliegia molto particolari, un sapore intenso, buono. Naturalmente si abbinano con basilico e ci viene fuori uno spaghettino fantastico. E niente, oggi prepariamo qualche piattino per i nostri clienti a base di porcini. Buonissimi, con questo ci viene un carpaccio che è la fine del mondo. Rucola, scaglie di grana, perfetto. Questa è la niepitella, un'erba nostra, praticamente che si sposa con i porcini, è un'erba selvatica che noi la troviamo nei campi.
With Guido's dish almost ready, last but not least is the hotel's own highly prized olive oil.
Questa preparazione praticamente lo andiamo a mettere sul finale perché l'olio lasciato a crudo dà dei sapori e dei profumi particolari. Ogni olio praticamente ha un suo profumo, un suo sapore, perché dipende dalle piante che ha intorno. E lasciandolo sul finale non lo andiamo a intaccare e dà quel tocco magico al piatto.
Its nutritious, locally sourced food and unique luxury spa facilities may be the main attractions for guests. But for anyone looking to wind down after a day of detoxing, bar manager Francesco has the perfect tonic.
Now I prepare a particular drink, a wellness drink, that is composed by green apple and lettuce, banana, and lime juice, fresh lime juice. This is perfect when you exit by the grotto, because in the grotto is very high, the temperature. It's very hot. So you need something fresh, fresh in temperature and fresh in product too.
This wellness drink may be perfect for anyone brave enough to take on the heat of the grotto. But if a guest is after something a little stronger, Francesco caters to all requests.
There are a lot of customers, there are a lot of type of customers. Somebody asking for a wellness cocktail or an alcoholic cocktail. That is my favorite. When you arrive here at 6 o'clock, I suggest you a beautiful cocktail, with or without alcohol. Because I like to prepare cocktails, so may I suggest you a cocktail with alcohol, like a Negroni.
Back in Rome, after a busy day of sightseeing, the Cavaliere also offers the perfect way for its guests to unwind.
When the day's done, people have done their business meetings, people have done their shopping downtown, they've seen their sights, they've been to the Colosseum, and the wonderful thing about retreating back to the Rome Cavaliere is the fact that you have a very welcoming lobby. You can sit down and listen to Java play some tunes. You can have a drink, a cocktail, even a dessert if you want, and it really sort of it's the culmination of sort of, I guess, your perfect day in Rome.
As the hotel's chief entertainer for over 10 years, Anthony Jaffa has seen it all.
Since I've been here, I've been
seeing a lot of friends, a lot of musicians. They used to come and jam with me, like Michael Bublé, Tom Jones, and Gianna Nannini, Albano, and a lot of people. You know, when they hear me playing, they say, man, that guy, okay, let's go over there.
While Jaffa gets warmed up for his next show, Michelin-starred head chef Heinz Beck is exploring the restaurant's extensive vintage wine cellar.
18 of the most incredible vintages of Chateau Yquem, and there are only 10 of these boxes existing in the world. Is this a box for one of the most incredible hotels in the world?
Fine Italian food demands the finest wines. So to make sure he has the perfect selection for tonight's service, Heinz has asked head sommelier Marco Rettano to introduce him to some of his newest arrivals.
Marco, I see you have bought very beautiful new bottles.
Oh, yes,
yeah?
sure, yes. Those has just arrived, you know. This is the 2013 Giuseppe Cappellano, which is the P. Franco. It's over 100 years old vineyard.
Marco was trained in the hotel. He was coming as a young boy, and today he is Italian's most renowned sommelier. And this is a very, very beautiful and very important, you know, in a great, incredible hotel.
Both the Grotto Gusti and Rome's Cavalieri offer guests 5-star luxury with an experience unique to their local area, set against two of Italy's most spectacular landscapes.
I think that the property is so incredible, beautiful, and it changes every single season. The perfect harmony between the different departments, the different service is fundamental in order to really please and delight all our guests.
Every day. Every day I look at the view, every day I look at the beautiful hotel. It's my fiancé. I can leave him. I love you, so I don't want to leave you.
I do the most beautiful job in the world. I'm dealing with creative, I'm dealing with wellness. I'm based here at Grotto Gusti actually, and in Tuscany, one of the most beautiful places in the world.
It's the passion amongst the staff to try and provide a unique level of service to each guest, which they hope makes staying at these hotels an incredible experience.
We have wonderful staff here, lots of team members who've been here for a very long time, and I think people who are working here that give a little extra level of not just service, but of character.
I love people who come in here because they know that they're going to a hotel whereby everything is all right. You eat good, you get good music, you see good people, good clients, and not a lot of things in the world. You see the whole world in this hotel.
1 week here is an investment for your future. And people, when they arrive here, everybody tell us, okay, I can come back at home.
For me, that's enough. And that's why I love my job.